So, on the subject of conversing with my future self, right, 10 years out, I'm now looking back 10 years. And what I'm really seeing is just how noisy my mind was, how chaotic it was, how just nonstop it was, right? And something that I'm looking for in my future is a lot more happiness. And what I see is that a lot of unhappiness was created as a result of just how noisy and nonstop and wild and crazy and chaotic my mind was, right? And, what I see now too is that meditation, as I've been meditating for about 5 or 6 years now, every day, that has really helped me. It's allowed me to become more aware of my mind, right? Become more aware of all the noise and all that stuff. All of the, every all of the stories, all the ideas, all the beliefs, everything. It has allowed me to become more aware of all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, as I look at my future, as I look at my future self and everything and what it is that I'm trying to create, right? I recognize that one of the biggest themes, especially in my past, was, unhappiness as a result of just how noisy my mind was, right? If I can get my mind to be much more in a place of stillness and peace, then creativity will thrive. From what I have learned, especially through like spirituality and personal development, is that creativity thrives in stillness, right? Because think about it this way, right? Chaos, right? Chaos kind of just like throws you all over the place, right? How are you going to stand? How are you going to move in a way that brings clarity, right? So I look at the stillness and I'm like, okay, that's grounds for creation, right? If there is stillness, if you can, if ground is uneven, you can't build on it. I mean, of course, in this day and age, we have the tool. I guess we've kind of like always had the tools to be able to. I'm talking metaphorically, right? This is metaphorically. If there's chaos, you're gonna have a very hard time achieving peace, right? But if there's stillness, peace is already present, right? It's just a matter of like tuning into it. So, you know, I'm really looking at my mind and how it has evolved over the years. And what I'm seeing is that stillness is a very, you know, it's a very real thing. And peace is there. So, it's just really cool to see how my mind has evolved over the past, like, 5 to 7 years now, right? A lot of suffering was very persistent in my life for many years as a result of incessant noise in my mind. And as I have evolved with meditation, I don't know if it's just that I've become more aware of the noise and what it all means. The noise has definitely gotten either quieter or has like ceased to exist altogether. But yeah, it's really cool. So the reason why I'm talking about my mind and noise and chaos and suffering and unhappiness is because I'm really looking at my future self. This conversation that I'm having with my future self 10 years out, right? How do we make sure that unnecessary suffering is not there? And I see it. I see it for what it is. The ways that I was conditioned, and here's something else to look at too. I read a book that was very helpful. It's called Awareness by Anthony DeMello. And incredible book, like awesome book. And something that I thought was very interesting about the book itself was how part of the book talked about, you know, seeing yourself through all the noise, right? Because as we grow up, there are different voices that kind of talk through us, right? There's the voice from our father, from our mother, from our siblings, from our friends, from our teachers. So who the fuck is talking when Chris talks, right? Boiling down to that and getting to the truth and erasing all unnecessary noise is really what I'm trying to get at now. Because a lot of stuff really just is unnecessary, and it's honestly just bullshit from other people that have nothing to do with my life, right? Teachers with their own bullshit, outdated opinions, parents with their own traumatized opinions, right? I often say that many people are just kind of like walking projectors, right? They're just taking how they feel and they place it onto everyone else, right? They're just taking how they feel about themselves and they just place it onto everyone else. This is why I don't take most advice seriously. This is why I don't go asking people for this, that, and the other, or how they see things or how they feel about things. A very select few people in my life that I actually trust that with. Because a far majority of everything is really just noise, you know? Getting back to the very, subject of what I'm talking about here, the conversation with my future self about my life 10 years out, right? And the noise of the mind and all of the conditioning of that, and how meditation has helped me to see things in a much more clear way, which has brought clarity for me. That's really what this is about. It's about clarity. So, what I'm asking my future self is, it's not just asking, it's, you see it, right? And the future self is like, yes, you learned meditation. That's fantastic. It's going to be necessary. Keep doing that. Get very specific with what it is that you're looking for in terms of interactions with people and everything. Don't listen to everything you hear. Don't ask everyone for anything, or for everything. Again, going back to the whole matter of like advice and stuff, it's just bullshit. And just, really doing more sitting with myself by myself, right? If I want really, if I want to master clarity, especially clarity of the self, I have to sit by myself. I do. You know, that's what it's all about. I'm looking to have much more of a still and clear mind moving forward. Because again, with that, which is what I'm looking for, comes creativity. That's where creativity happens, in stillness.